Hello and welcome back to the Fortnightly Q&A. My name's Lumin and right now it's finally time to answer the question. I'm only a couple of days late, okay? I don't know why I'm saying finally. I'm like 3 days late. It's much better than 3 months late. So I got a bunch of questions here that you guys left, and there are some pretty good ones this time around. I mean it. I really do. I thank you for them, and before I even start with them, I will say that if you have any questions for the next Fortnightly Q&A, which will be coming up in 2 weeks, you can leave them below as comments. And a couple of the comments this time around actually said, hey, I left this question on a different video, but I thought I'd leave it here as well. That's the right thing to do. That's the right thing, because I don't always see every single comment. I usually do. Sometimes on older videos I don't, but I usually see all the comments. It's just easier for me if the questions are asked on this video and I can just reply to them all, because then everyone can see the answers. That's great. Not everyone scrolls down and looks at the comment section of a YouTube video. Most people don't, because most people have common sense. They don't know that, you know, on this channel, you guys are decent. You're a decent bunch. You're great dudes and dudettes. You know, you leave nice comments, but people don't know that. Because on most other videos, it's not the case. It's not. You should just never go down there. You don't. But, first question. Also, I feel like I should mention, this is what happens if you get caught out in the rain. My hair's looking a little bit funny today. And I'm very tired just from recording and not sleeping well. Because I was having nightmares about Hearthstone ladder. You can check my previous Tales of Lumin episode out and you'll hear all about that. But I'm here and I'm happy to be recording the Q&A. So now let's get started. The Pagan. Hi Sven, I got some questions for you. Do you plan on doing a Let's Play of Elite Dangerous and Bloodborne? And what do you think... Okay, that's the next one is another question. So Elite Dangerous and Bloodborne. I don't know much about Elite Dangerous other than that it's the kind of game I generally like. But it was just sort of... I don't know if underhyped is the right word. But it wasn't really on my radar because it was kind of blotted out by Star Citizen and all the promises that came with that, and then it launched and I didn't even know it launched. So I never got around to playing Elite Dangerous. To be perfectly honest about that, I didn't want to pick it up because I didn't want to pay money for something that I've already paid money for in the form of Star Citizen. I backed it many moons ago, and I think that it's not something that's looking special enough for me to want to go and buy right now and spend time on. As for Bloodborne, there's another question coming up here, and I'm just gonna refer you to the answer that I'm gonna give that one. Okay, so chill. Hold on, the Pagan. Just hold on, okay? Not ignoring your question. You'll get your answer a little bit later on. I know because I saw it down there. Next part of the question. Star Wars Force Unleashed movie is coming in December. Are you looking forward to it? What do you think? I am. Of course I am. Okay. The Pagan here says, I'm really excited and I can't wait. I have been watching the old Star Wars movies. Now, by old, I mean semi-old and old. Like, I started on episode 1, which is The Phantom Menace. I worked my way up. I just finished... Is it Revenge of the Sith? Which is the 3rd episode. It was an experience. Wow. Hayden Christensen, is that his name? Wow. That guy can act irritating. That's for sure, that face. And when he starts getting all... Oh. He's just an annoying dude in that movie. Actually, he's annoying in both the 2nd and 3rd episodes. Anakin is great as a little boy. When he's a little boy, he's great. But when he starts growing up, well, you know from his teenage years that guy is not going to turn out great, okay? And he didn't. No spoilers, but he didn't, okay? But I've been enjoying them. I'm moving on to the real good stuff now. I cannot wait. I just finished, like I said, last night. I think basically how I watch them is I watch little snippets of 20 to 30 minutes at night in bed, okay? So, like, I watch it over a couple of days, and... it's fun, I like it like that. Little bursts of entertainment to, well, entertain me and calm me down, or whatever. It's enjoyable. And I'm kind of excited about moving on to the the original series. So that's episode 4, 5, and 6, with the proper actors in, the actual good special effects, if you know what I'm saying. And, well, Harrison Ford. I also didn't know, this is something that I'm quite embarrassed about, but I didn't know that it was the Joker. That Luke Skywalker was Mark Hamill? Then I go back and I look at Luke Skywalker and I'm like, whoa. Okay, it's actually him. That's weird. I don't know how I didn't know. It's, like I said, embarrassing. I didn't know that he was Luke Skywalker. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Mark Hamill's a big name and I didn't know he was in Star Wars. It's again something I shouldn't be saying to people, because I'm supposed to know these things, but I didn't. It's literally going to be the second time ever that I watch these movies now. I've watched them once before, I'm watching them now for the second time, and the once before that I watched them was a long time ago. So anyway, you can probably get from everything I'm saying that I'm pretty excited for the new one. Watching everything in preparation, it's going to be great. Also, moderately enthused by the idea of a good Star Wars game. So there we go. Celtic Uchu. Konnichiwa, Lumin. Thanks for answering my questions. Keep up the good work. This fortnight's question is, would you consider doing a Fan Friday or whatever day game series? Of course, with your internet and power, it could be as freeform as how Jesse does it, but it would be something like this. A straw poll goes up on Friday with 3 to 4 games in it. Results are collected that weekend, and the video of the winning game goes up the next Friday. It's not a terrible idea. I actually think it's nice, and I do want some more community involvement. I want you guys involved in some more stuff. I do. But it's again, wow, man. Just keeps making me think, wow, I wish I could just stream this stuff. Then I could have fan Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday too. Just because, you know, that would be great. But how would you guys feel about that? How would you guys feel about... I asked before about PlanetSide 2. One person said they wanted to see more. One person said they didn't know what PlanetSide 2 was. So, SOE are not going to be happy about that. But how would you guys feel about that? Do you like the idea? 3, 4, 5 games in a list. Do you choose those games, Celtic Uchu? Or do I choose those games? I don't know. How do you feel about it? If there's an overwhelming yes, a resounding cry saying that it should happen, then maybe I would actually want to do that. The channel is in a funny place right now, in a place that I'm just, well, not entirely happy with, so trying new things is important to me, and I am trying to think of new things, but I'm not actually seen any of those things through to fruition because most of them don't make sense. So I'm trying to come up with new and interesting ways to make the channel work a little bit better and to get hype levels up again. I recently received some bad news about the 1-minute guides that I don't want to go into right now. It wasn't the video. Basically, I contacted someone about it and I got news that I didn't like. That's all I'm going to say. You can probably suss out from just that what it is, but I'm a little bit in limbo about what I want to do, so something like this, well, it could actually be good for me and for you guys. So hey, let me know, please. Please let me know. And we'll see in the next Q&A. Let's just say, by the time the next Q&A goes up, then I would have already long ago decided, like, maybe in a week's time from when this video goes up, I will already either put the first straw poll up or not do it at all. Let's say it like that. Okay? We'll see how it goes. And if there's anything else that I need to know about that, then tell me. As in how this works. I've watched Jesse's Fan Friday videos, but it's basically just him playing the game. Would be nicer if I could stream it and get people involved in it, or something like that, but hey. Next. Oh wait, there's more. There's more. P.S. With the government residences and buildings still receiving power, couldn't you take a large tent and an extension cord and just camp out in the president's backyard? Whew. They serve the people, so there shouldn't be a problem. I'm joking, of course. That's pretty dry. Yeah, well, like, No. Ugh. The president's backyard is somewhere I don't want to be. No. Daggerax. Could you do another playthrough like Enslaved Odyssey to the West? I loved it, and I think it was something to do with the story and art style. I want to do more stuff like that. I really like the game, the style of game, everything about Enslaved was great. It was an amazing game, a good experience for me, and I also liked the style that I did it in, where I recorded it all in one go. For those that don't know, I did that over the time of my wedding, or just before basically, and I had a little holiday period over the time that I was releasing those videos, so I recorded the entire game, stocked the videos up, and then I started putting them out really quickly, like 1 or 2 a day for a month or something, and it was nice. It was nice. I liked doing that because I got to play through a game kind of quickly, and it was a good, in my opinion, a good way of doing it, because I got to still have all of it fresh in my mind by the time, well, I got to the end. So it all just made much more sense to me. And also, well, it was nice having all those videos stockpiled to not worry about content going up. I'll consider it. As for the type of game, I don't know if there are other games like that. I feel like the closest game that I've done to that would have been Beyond Good and Evil. And I did Beyond Good and Evil, but that was a long time ago. It was one of my first playthroughs. Anyway. Navina Vice. Lumin, I posted this comment below for different videos as opinion, but I really want to know your point of view on Hearthstone. The game doesn't have a Death Knight class playable. Do you think they would be adding it? Would it be Arthas for the hero? Do you think they'd ever release an Arthas card or a Syndragosa card? Share your ideas. Also, the next one's another question. So, I get the feeling they could potentially release a Death Knight, and they could even do a Monk at some point. Yes, it's very possible. I think Hearthstone's going to be around for a long time. There's not going to be a Hearthstone 2. It's not going to happen. They won't do anything like that. They can actually work on Hearthstone for a really long time and have it never seem like an old game. It just won't. They can improve it visually. They can improve pretty much everything about it without having to release a new game. They will just release new expansions. They'll release new adventures. And yeah. Yes. I think that there could be a Death Knight. There could be a Monk. They could release an adventure where you have to play through the entirety of the adventure as a Monk. And then with the Monk, you like slowly build up your power, collect more cards as you're going through the bosses. That would be really cool. And then only at the end of the adventure can you go into ranked play with the Monk once you've collected all your cards. Wouldn't that be great? So you can start off as a little Padawan Monk. Luke has been watching Star Wars. A youngling. Bam. Terminology down. Okay, so moving on. You could start off as like a novice. 1 or 2 little spells. Crappy little minions. Who cares? Whatever. Work your way up. Become a Grand Master Monk. Like the likes of Chen Stormstout. He's not a Grand Master Monk, is he? No. Firepaw. Something Cloud Strike. I don't remember their names. Okay? I don't. Oh, Lawwalker Cho. Whatever. You get the idea. He's already actually in the game, so it doesn't really work. But yes, I think that they would do something like that at some point. I don't know, it would obviously shake up the meta a lot. You'd for a month or 2 after that have everyone playing only Monk, which would suck. But hey, or Death Knight in this case. Next. Will you be going back to Guild Wars 2 with a new expansion on the way? Will you give Guild Wars 1 a try? It would really be up your alley since you enjoy exploration. It's an old school game but still fun. I've played so much Guild Wars 1. So much Guild Wars 1. I know all about it. Don't even worry. I didn't do videos on Guild Wars 1, but I did play a lot of it. And I played through the entirety of Guild Wars 1 to prepare for Guild Wars 2 before it came out. As for going back to Guild Wars 2, I probably will jump in before the expansion comes. I just don't know for how long or to what extent. Next. John Rurald. Hey Lumin, what's your favorite thing about South Africa? From the little I've seen from your videos regarding your wedding and your birthday, it seems like it's quite a beautiful country, even if the internet isn't too solid. I like the food and I like the outdoors for the most part. Those are my 2 favorite things. I mean, this is now not including things like the fact that my family lives here or whatever. Okay, I'm not talking about people. I mean, the food is great, it's cheap. Lots of fresh vegetables, fruit, and other goodies. And, well, the outdoors. We get to go for a nice walk. Even now, it's 6 o'clock p.m. and it's going to be getting dark soonish. I'm going to go for a walk with Nero in about when I'm done here. Literally, I'm going to finish here. I'm going to go and change, put maybe a jacket on because it's kind of getting wintry, but I'm going to go. So I'll walk through the neighborhood, round a little bit somewhere, then I'll go down to the cliff paths. I'll walk on the cliff paths. I'll go for a walk and it's great. It's going to be amazing because it's nice. So I like that. Those are the two things that I like a lot. I'm sure there are other things as well, but those two things are great. And I'll probably miss those two things. The beach as well. Well, it's less me missing the beach, more Nero missing the beach, but I will miss it for Nero. PD games. I was lost for a second there. And I was signed about the beach. Do you think you'll ever cover Skywind when it comes out? I'm personally really looking forward to it. I don't know if I know what Skywind is. I think it's the big add-on for Skyrim. Am I correct in thinking that? If so, I'm not really looking forward to it now. I'm actually... I would say I would be more keen to jump into Elder Scrolls and actually play it properly more. I'd more look forward to that. I want to move on. To go forward. I want to play Skyrim. Tiny conspiracy. Slight follow-up to the electricity topic. I know I could Google this, but asking someone living there is always more interesting. Is solar power a thing in South Africa? Is it viable? Best wishes. I think so. It's something that costs a lot. Okay, I think you probably know that. And it's something that doesn't always help in as many ways as you think it does. So, I'm not entirely sure about this. I may be wrong, but I think when our whole town's power cuts, we lose internet connectivity as well, regardless of whether our router or anything like that has power. We lose the internet as well. So having power here for the power cuts and stuff would be nice and all, but for me it wouldn't be productive because, you know, I still can't upload a video. I still can't do anything on the internet. I still can't record a game that's online, which is literally every single game right now. So, yeah, it's something that's definitely viable, yes, especially if you have a lot of solar panels and you get a lot of sun. So in different regions, it's more viable than in others, but it's not something that the average everyday Joe can afford. You can kind of, in some ways, try and supplement the power that you have now with solar power, but I think that in many cases, my father was telling me about this a while ago, like a long time ago actually, in many cases the government don't entirely like it when you do that because then they're not getting the money. Well, not the government, Eskom, but the power company. So they're not getting the money and they don't like you mixing and matching power, so you can't like use the solar power to top off your power or to... You basically have to have a very elaborate system installed. As far as I know, I might be completely wrong. So again, it ends up coming down to it being expensive. Stormic. Have you ever tried Smite? Once, back when it was still in beta. I haven't tried it recently. I didn't like the whole camera angle that they use, the over-the-shoulder camera angle for a game like that. I'm playing Heroes of the Storm now as my MOBA of choice, and it's fun. It's fun. I don't know if I'm missing out. Smite did look pretty okay, but that's all I have to say about it. Davis Langoff. Okay, first question. When you do move, where do you plan on moving to? Also, what's your favorite game that you're currently playing but not making videos of? Lastly, I know you're a dog person, but do you have anything against cats? No, I don't have anything against cats. No. I just don't think they are quite as loving as dogs. They're not nice and huggable and cuddly and, well, affectionate, I suppose. I know that this is not all entirely true, and some cats are probably affectionate. Nero's busy chewing a bone over there, by the way. So the crunching that you're hearing, that's something I can't stop. Okay? Train has left the station. It's done. He's chewing now. He's frustrated because he hasn't been fed yet, but I need to take him for his walk before I feed him. I would prefer it in that order. So we're going to do it soon. Don't even worry. So, other question. Nothing against cats. Other one was, what am I currently enjoying playing, not making videos on? Well, I don't know. Hearthstone. I don't record everything I play. World of Warcraft. We are raiding. We killed Heroic Blackhand a while ago, 2 weeks ago. Was it 1 week ago? 2 weeks ago. And, I mean, I'm not currently doing videos on it. I was going to jump back into some Dragon Age this weekend. Again. I want to get through Dragon Age Inquisition. And I guess I'm also still playing most of the Blizzard games. You know, I'm playing Diablo. I've got a seasonal character with 150 Paragon, I think. A Demon Hunter is pretty fun. And Heroes of the Storm as well. I was going to record some Heroes of the Storm, but the time has just not been on my side. I will get around to it at some point. But that's about it. I'm trying to think if that is about it. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Where do we plan on moving to? I don't know yet. It's looking like we're considering Germany now. It would be easiest for me, seeing that I know the language. It really would. And my parents are interested in it as well, so it makes sense. That's probably the highest on the list. Davis Langhoff was the one we just did. Defias, that's why I got confused. 2 Ds. Defias Magician. I was doing another video, but I'll put it here too. What do you think of the tier 18 gear recently shown for 6.2, and which do you think looks best for Transmog? I think Rogue. Rogue is good. I like the Monk a lot. I like the simplistic nature of it. I looked at Paladin recently, and I think I remember saying to myself, well, the Mythic one looks nice, but I'm never going to get that, so I prefer the other classes, because the Heroic Paladin one, But I like the Monk. It was a real down-to-earthy type look. Very simplistic. It was like a sort of basic looking robe. It was very monkey. Okay, and some of the previous stuff that they've released for Monk just looked so bad. So bad. I kind of like the Priest one as well. I did. With a funny wings that were not quite where they should have been. Looked kind of cool. But yeah, I think my favorite is the Monk. I may not be seeing them all right now, but from what I can remember, the Monk was good. Thor 2000. What games are you looking forward to doing a series of, or just playing for fun? I don't know. I guess I was kind of looking forward to something like Witcher, both for playing for fun, and I'm talking Witcher 3 now, and for doing videos on and stuff, but I don't know. I've been trying to get my hands on a review copy for that, by the way, and just not got any luck. They don't seem to like me, but it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't think I can really fit... Wow, he's really crunching away. I don't think I can really fit Witcher on the channel now, and I don't know. If I have a look at it, I'll watch a few videos of other people that play it, and I'll try and see if I want to play it myself or not, and then I'll see a little bit after launch if I want to get it for myself. But that's one that comes to mind. I was considering GTA 5 for PC because, well, PC and GTA 5. I want to try GTA Online out. Looking forward to, well, Overwatch, I think, is at the top of my list at the moment. I'm really keen. But then I always also worry about things like latency here in South Africa. I worry about latency. Like, I don't know if it's going to play well or not on our internet down here. We'll have to see. There are a lot of games. There are a lot of games that I'm interested in. I can't just pick and choose a few that easily. But I'd say top of the list is probably Overwatch right now. Just because it's something that I want. I played it already and it was so good that I want to play it on my own setup, my own PC. I want vertical sync turned off. Well, not vertical sync turned off, but it was not very responsive when I played. And I know why. It was just the setting. It was set up not so great on those PCs at BlizzCon. So, well, I'm hoping that happens soon. I don't know. I have no idea when Overwatch is coming, the beta or anything else, but I'm keen for that. Emilian? I think that's what it is. What kind of music do you listen to? Do you have a favorite band? Not really. I haven't in recent years listened to... I've been listening to the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack. I've been listening to video game music, like just random stuff. I'm currently listening to, here's Arcanum's soundtrack right now. It's busy playing in the background. But I haven't listened to proper music, recent bands and stuff in ages. Like I said, the last thing that I listened to properly was in the car, Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, and lots of video game stuff. Like, I got a long list of video game music here. A long list. I like it. This is not the final question. I thought it was, but I can scroll down. Vimple. Dark Souls is such an amazing experience, and I would love for you to play it, but I see your point of view. How about this? When you can stream, you could try it out and play it on Twitch. It's a great game for streaming. If you're actually somewhat interested, I'd love to help you get the best experience out of the game as possible. You can consider this comment a question for your next Q&A. Yes, absolutely. I think that Dark Souls is 100% a good game for streaming, and I would love to stream it. I don't know if Dark Souls 1 is better than 2. Is it? Like, to play? Isn't Dark Souls 2 more modern and suited to play now? I don't know. It doesn't matter, because, you know, it's something that I would play. I would play anything. It's just, if you can stream, it's such an amazing opportunity to actually, I suppose, entertain people, entertain yourself, have a good time. It's all of it together. You guys know what streaming is and what it's all about. And yes, I would love to play Dark Souls and stream it. So it is something that I would probably save for then. Maybe by that time, then there'll be a new one out. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, that might be too far in the future. I wanna be able to stream sooner than that. But yeah. Sikirota. Why can I not say that? Sikrota. Hi, Lumin. Hello, Sikrota. That's not a question. The Dave chapters. What are your favorite classic games ever? Sorry if you answered this already. The Final Fantasy and Ultima series. Those two. More so the Ultima series just because they're more my childhood. So, like all of them, my favorite of the lot would probably be Blackgate, so Ultima 7. And I'm a big fan of Underworld as well. The Ultima series, so good. Final Fantasy is nice too. I like a lot of classic games. I do. But the top of the list would be the Ultima series. Pretty much all of them were good in some other way. Even Ultima 9, I have good memories of that. I do. So there you go. If you haven't played Ultima 7 yet, you should. There was a Origin bundle recently that I think had them in, the Ultima games. I've got it on Origin now, on humblebundle.com. I think it might be done already though, but I got them again there. I've already got them on GOG.com now, I've got them on Origin as well. Okay, thanks. Although I think that the ones that you get from the Exalt version of the game, where you actually play like with an emulator, I'm trying to remember what it is. It's called Exalt, yeah. The Exalt version of Ultima is better. Do I have it here? I do, yes. It's just better because it's been improved a lot. It's not the vanilla experience. But yeah, great games. And that's the last question. If you have any other questions for the next Q&A, please leave them below. But I'm done. Check back here in 2 weeks, in a fortnight, for the next Q&A. Give this one a like, share it, and do all your stuff. And again, just leave those questions below. Also, let me know about the Fan Friday type thing. Haven't got a name for it. Haven't actually even confirmed that it's going to happen yet. But I'd like to hear what you guys think about it. Now, however, I'm going to take this little gnawing dude for a walk. He's going crazy. He's obliterating that bone. I got it for him today, so it's still fresh, but he needs to go for a walk, so we're going to do that. Happy walking with Nero. Not that you're going to, but, you know, happy that.